And hello everybody and welcome to Thomas Bradford Field for this edition of the Douglas County Digest.com Varsity Football Game of the Week. We come to you from Arcola, where the Arcola Purple Riders will host the Tri-County Titans in Little Okaw Valley Conference action. Alongside Alan Patton, Jerry Girardi here, both teams fresh off Little Okaw Valley Conference win. Arcola with the win over Heritage Broadlands, and Tri-County off their win against Martinsville. Both teams, Tri-County and Arcola, Alan Patton, no strangers to one another, to say the least.
Well, yeah, their rivalry goes back a long time, back when it was Arcola and Oakland. Oakland, the host school for this Tri-County co-op, which is Oakland and Kansas high schools. But the rivalry between Arcola and Oakland goes back many years, back to the old Okaw Valley Conference days, back starting in the late 20s, early 30s, back in there. And we've got an interesting matchup tonight between the two head coaches in this evening's game. Both of them are graduates of Oakland High School.
Wow.
Gerald Temples, class of '69. Adam Clapp, I think he was more in the late 90s, 97, 98, around in there. But they've both done well at representing their alma maters. Gerald Temples coached at Oakland back in the early 80s. And for 3 years, and had an outstanding record of 22-7. While he was,
go on, Alan. I'm sorry.
And Adam Clapp is in his fourth year at Tri-County. He is also the principal at Oakland High School, and he has a record of 24-10 during his 3+ years, 3 seasons plus 3 games, and they've been to the playoffs 3 times in that span of time. So a very, very interesting matchup between, as we said, 2 longtime rivals, Arcola and Tri-County, and both of them are coming off wins in their conference openers last week. So Arcola, Tri-County, and Saragordo-Bement are tied for the lead after 1 game in Little Okaw Valley Conference play.
And this particular rivalry, Alan Patton, as Arcola in their home purple and white make their way out onto the field, it's been pretty intense. 3 out of the 4 matchups between these two teams have been decided by 6 points or less, including last year's playoff. In fact, the two teams met twice, once in the regular season where Tri-County was victorious, but then they met in the first round. A different result. Arcola came away with the win, and previous to the playoff win by Arcola, Tri-County has taken this matchup of the 3 previous years, in the last regular season win for Arcola, 57-0. So this, and a lot of these players that are on both sides of the ball tonight, no strangers to one another. So that matchup last year pretty fresh in the minds of the players and the coaches and the fans.
And to add to that, it's homecoming here at Arcola. The fireworks going off in behind the south end zone, and seen several people with those big old mums pinned to their outfits, to their clothing. So it's a big special occasion here at Arcola, and we're just about ready to get underway. The Purple Riders are dressed in all purple with white trim, and the Tri-County Titans are down in the northeast corner of the football field, dressed in white jerseys, orange pants, purple and orange trim, and orange helmets. I want to tell you that tonight's football game on DouglasCountyDigest.com brought to you in part by Edward Jones, Jim Kleiss, serving Douglas County and Tuscola on Route 36. The Villa Grove State Bank, your community bank since 1919 in downtown Villa Grove. The Arthur Flowers and Gift Shop with flowers, gifts, and 20 flavors of fudge in downtown Arthur. The Longview State Bank, we belong together with 4 locations: Villa Grove, Newman, Camargo, and Sydney. State Farm Insurance, John Davis, serving all of Douglas County, located in Tuscola. The Hillard Insurance Agency, your neighborhood agency in both Tuscola and Villa Grove. Main Street Gallery, local Douglas County photos and frames here in Arcola. And thanks to the cities of Arcola, Arthur, Tuscola, and Villa Grove for making these football games possible on DouglasCountyDigest.com. The Purple Riders are out on the field. They'll be receiving the opening kickoff. They'll be defending the south end zone to our right. And deep to receive the kickoff. Looks like Zach Mutria.
20, yes sir, 22 on the near side. On the far side, we have Nick Hudson, number 43. Our officials, Ernest Williams, Chris Eaton, John Woodruff, Shane Ravelette, and referee Mike Nichols, all from the Charleston and Casey area.
And it looks like Luke Clapp will be kicking off. He's had some injury problems. He was one of the leading returnees for this Tri-County team from a year ago. And he hasn't seen much action because of injury, but he's going to kick off this evening to get the ball game underway. We hope you enjoy Arcola and Tri-County Homecoming 2012 from Arcola.
On DouglasCountyDigest.com, and it looks like it'll be returned by one of the upmen of Arcola, and that is Omar Rojas. And Omar Rojas is into the 50, into the 45, 40, and this may go all the way right off the bat. Omar Rojas, touchdown, Purple Riders, right away, right off the bat. Where did he get that from, Alan Pan? Looked like he took it from around the 30.
I'm going to say 70 yards until I see it. I don't know if the official dropped the beanbag or not, but we're going to say it's 70 yards on the kickoff return, just 14 seconds off the clock.
There were fireworks before the game, and I think, I'll tell you, the fireworks must be psychic. And here is Ramses Elizondo for the point after. Elizondo will be assisted there on the hold there by 41. Oh, a high snap there. A bad snap, and Elizondo tracks it down, and it's a loose ball still. Loose ball, 36-yard line, but a 6-0 start to the ball game in favor of the home team, Purple Riders. A 70-yard, we'll call it kickoff return for a touchdown. I think all of us here on this side of the field were all pumped up after that big kickoff. I think the adrenaline was still up there.
I think so. Just as you said, the adrenaline really flowing, and snap went over the holder's head. Elizondo went back, tried to pick it up, but he had difficulty finding the handle on it, so it's going to be Arcola's turn to kick off the football. Elizondo will do the honors, and back to receive for the Tri-County Trojans, Bryce Cannon and Preston Skinner. Cannon number 35 and Skinner number 23, defending the north goal to our left. So 14 seconds into the ball game, we've got a 6-0 game.
Elizondo kicks it away. Far side.
Taken at the 15 by Skinner. He finds some running room. He's still on his feet at midfield.
Down to the 39 of Arcola.
45-yard kickoff return.
This is going to be a good one, Alan Penn.
I think so. If the first half minute's any indication.
We talked about Rojas. I'll tell you, Rojas is their one of their leaders on offense, and we saw the nice special teams play there. So let's see if Tri-County can counter Arcola in the first 25 seconds. And we'll give you some starting lineups if we can. And look, and a couple wings there, and it is Drake Kirchner under center for Tri-County. He's the quarterback, and he's going to keep it and take it for a 4-yard gain to the 35-yard line. He is met there by the man who made the first score of the game, Omar Rojas, 2nd down and 6. A little trickery there, and he was literally crouching down under center too.
Yeah, that's I've seen quite a few quarterbacks do that, kind of just crouch down behind center to get the snap. Looks a little unorthodox, but apparently it works.
5'6", 135-pound sophomore is Kirchner. And he's under center again. On 2nd and 6, couple of wings, and 21 there, Michael Hudson, the backfielder, and Kirchner again calls his own number. He's close to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short. And among the tacklers there, Jared Peters, number 77.
Patrick Henry, number 65. Ball gets to the 31. Another 4-yard gain for Kirchner. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Titans.
Beautiful weather, too. We had threat of rain earlier in the week, but that's gone by the wayside. It's a beautiful night as we're under the lights here at Thomas Bradford Field. Here in Arcola, Illinois, our first night game that you and I are working, and we're glad to bring you the action here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. 3rd and 2, and this one
looks like Michael Hudson taking the football.
Be 4th and short. Is this 4th down territory right away? I'm going to take a guess and say so, but
I don't know. It's going to be 4th and 1. I don't know. It's still early in the ball game. I don't know if you want to. I mean, you really, if you punt, you run the risk of it going into the end zone. So I don't know. I think it just depends on what the coach feels like.
And the coach for Tri-County, no rookie by any means. As we mentioned, a great resume as we have a conference here.
Play coming in from the sideline. And it looks like Michael Strader, a senior, comes in. He goes, looks like he's off wide to the left.
4th and a yard. They get bunched up.
Kirchner going to keep it, and he's not going to make it.
Patrick Henry anticipating nicely, snuffed that play out. And Arcola takes over on downs.
And it's going to be, I think they're going to give it a loss of a yard. And it goes over to Tri-County, or rather over to Arcola, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jose Temez is under. We'll see where he lines up. He is the quarterback. A lot of seniors on this Arcola offense, and he is a 5'11", 175 senior. I formation backfield, and Nick Hudson goes into motion right to left. Temez hands off, and it's Rojas. Yes, to the 35. It'll be 2nd down and about 6, a 4-yard pickup for Rojas, and number 21 will come in. That's Clayton Strader for the Purple Riders.
Coming over center is Justin Coons, number 50, a 5'11", 168-pound sophomore.
The remaining of the I formation, and Temez hands off again.
I think it was, nope,
Rojas.
Rojas again.
He ruled him down.
Well, he's.
I thought he looked like he was vertical all the way, but unless the Wandles,
well,
all it takes is like a knee down, right?
Right. I don't know if he thought he fell on top of a player and didn't get his knee down. Now they're going to talk to. Let's see. Well, the clock continues to run. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's going to be.
It was 2nd down and 6.
They're going to repeat 2nd down. Okay.
Okay.
Don't know about that one, but player. Now we got a flag. I think Arcola had too many men on the field. Substitution infraction against the Purple Riders. Colin Seaman was coming off the field and didn't make it off in time, so it's a 5-yard walk-off back to the 30. Going to be 2nd and 11 for the Riders. First penalty of the football game.
21 Clayton Strader wide to the left. Backs remain in the I formation behind Temez. And a running play.
Rojas. I think he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. I think about the 31. Call it 33. So they're going to give him 3. Going to be 3rd down and 8.
Rojas with 3 touchdowns on the ground last week against Heritage. He's already got a touchdown on the opening kickoff tonight against Tri-County. And there he goes. And he's going to be close. I think he's about a half a yard shy as he took it to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to put the nose of the football right at the 40, so it's going to be 4th and 1. 7-yard gain. So it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Purple Riders. Neither team passes a whole lot, Jerry, so it's going to be mostly a trench warfare here between the Purple Riders and the Titans. Arcola's going to go for it.
Gutsy call here by Coach Jempels and company. Temez under center. And this is
Zach Mutria
for a first down. Out of bounds at the 35 of Tri-County.
25-yard gain that time. And that's the first down of the ball game.
24-yard pickup there.
Mutri is 6'1", 212, and a junior. He averages almost 4.5 yards a carry. He's got a couple touchdowns. I think there was a flag, but I think they're waving it off. Okay, sideline warning against Tri-County.
I'll tell you, the Purple Riders blessed with some great offensive linemen there. Peters at 285 pounds, Grizzly 240. Coons, good low center of gravity himself there on 1st and 10. And Mutri is into the secondary there as he takes it to the 26. He picked up a nice 9-yard pickup there off the left side. Be 2nd down and short. On the first down play, they'll call it the 27, so we'll call it a gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. So I'll tell you, the line doing a nice job on the inside there for Arcola.
Sorry, Jerry. Rojas and Mutria, the main ball carriers for the Purple Riders. Rojas averaging 5 yards a carry. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Tri-County. And 5:27 to go in the first quarter. Arcola leads it by a score of 6-0. Want to tell you a little bit more about some more of our sponsors for these webcasts of Douglas County Fall Sports on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Rick's Country Market, the freshest foods with down-home prices in Villa Grove. Hillegoss Schrader Funeral Homes in Tuscola, Arthur, and Arcola. A. Patterson Springs Bed and Breakfast in historic Patterson Springs, located between Camargo and Tuscola. Paulie's Barbecue, the best smoked meats right here at home in Arthur. Sewing by Kathy, alterations, repair, or new, it's up to you in Tuscola, located next to Edward Jones. Tuscola National Bank, the only locally owned and managed bank in Douglas County since 1890. And State Bank of Arthur, a great country full-service bank since 1910. So Tri-County kind of back on their heels a little bit, giving up the touchdown on the opening kickoff. And now Arcola has marched from their 31 to the Tri-County 27, going basically with Rojas and Mutria on the ground.
Reed Schrader joins the backfield. He's a fullback. And this is Mutria. Oh, cut down behind the line.
And that was Michael Strader. We've got all sorts of Straders running around this football field this evening. Michael Strader, a 6 foot, 170 pound senior, getting behind the line of scrimmage and throwing Mutria for a loss of about 3. It's going to be
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
It cuts and split out wide to the right. Reed Strader, the fullback.
Tamez has only attempted 28 passes this season.
Rojas trying to pick his way through there.
Completed 9. Rojas gets back across the 30, we'll call it the 29. Gain of a couple. It's going to be 4th and 4 for Arcola.
4.5 to go first quarter. 6-0 Arcola on the kickoff return for the touchdown. 70 yards, Omar Rojas.
Rojas has carried 4 times for 16 yards. Mutri has carried 3 times for 29. That's been the offense.
Here's a pitch, and Rojas trying to cut it back. Loose ball. I think he covered it up. I think he covered it up at about the 28-yard line, but I think they're going to still be shy of the first down there.
Yeah, they're going to say the 28. He got a yard, but he was stood up as he came around the right side.
Trying to make a nifty cutback there. Try to turn the corner, but he saw something in that defense to try to cut it back in.
So Tri-County holds on their first defensive possession, and they get the ball back at their own 28-yard line with 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Here's a play going wide to the right side.
Preston Skinner, wow, a whole bunch of purple jerseys. Among them, Wyatt Fischel, number 32. Also there was 66, Quentin Risley. He did the 360 there. He was also among the stoppers there. So he went about 20 yards to pick up 2. Did Mr. Skinner. So 2nd down, and we'll call the long 8. As Kirchner is under center. Number 17, Luke Clapp, split out to the left. And here's a pitch, and here is Skinner. Skinner down the left side of the field, 1st down and more in Arcola territory at the 40, and tackled at the 38-yard line.
And there are flags on the play at the end of the run. Some late hits by Arcola. They take the ball to the 38 of Arcola and will tack on another 15.
That's exactly the case there. That was a 32-yard gain. And Arcola called for the late hit, as Alan Patton stated. A lot of
personal foul against the Riders. That is their 2nd penalty of the ball game.
I think they're going to advance it to the 23-yard line of Arcola.
Just a simple pitch to the left side, and Skinner got some running room across on the far sideline and brought down at about the 38, and then a couple purple jerseys piled on. And it's going to go down to the 23-yard line of Arcola. So Tri-County trying to counter the Arcola score on the opening kickoff. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and they're down at the Rider 23-yard line. Kirchner looking over the defense.
Taking a long look at him, too.
Very long look. He's
may draw him offside, perhaps.
I think he's painting a portrait of each other.
And up the middle, Clayton Strader.
I think that was Hudson. Michael, was that? I think it was.
I think it was Hudson. I beg your pardon. Yep, good call. I beg your pardon, Michael Hudson there.
Ball down to the 17. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Second carry for Hudson for 7 yards. Wide receiver off to the left side. Can't tell the number.
Kirchner hands off. Skinner. Preston Skinner trying to take it to the right. And, oh, another flag comes in. Another late flag.
That was Quentin Resley making the tackle, and he did a little dance afterwards, and that's going to be 15 on the Riders for unsportsmanlike conduct. The ball is marked back at the let's say the 17-yard line. So there was no gain on the play for Skinner. But then they got to go half the distance. Looks like they're at the 8. So it's inside the 10. Going to call it at the 8-yard line. So a 9-yard penalty. First and goal for Tri-County at the 8.
Luke Clapp wide left, Skinner and Hudson the backfielders, and Bryce Cannon sort of a wing back. And once again, quarterback Trey Kirchner taking an assessment of Arcola's defense.
Look like a backfield now with Skinner and Hudson behind the quarterback. Hudson directly behind, and then Skinner to his left. Single wing back to the right. And then and he said Luke Clapp to the left side.
And there's a pitch.
Pitch out to Skinner. He's got some running room, trying to cut up field.
Nick Hudson with the open field play defensively for Arcola.
And let's see, they got to mark that inside the 5 at the 4. So a gain of 4 for Skinner. Going to be second down and goal. Just inside the 5. We're going to call it the 4. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. And Arcola with a 6-0 lead, but Tri-County is threatening.
On the far hash mark.
Hudson gets the ball up the middle, and he's in.
From about
Michael Hudson for 4 yards. And the tying score. That comes with 38.1 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Let's see if they're going to go for a single or a 2-point conversion attempt, and it looks like
Luke Clapp is going to attempt the extra point with Kirchner holding. Now both these guys have played quarterback, so you don't know. We'll find out. Well, they're going to kick it, and it is up, and it's good.
38.1 seconds to go, and the Titans have taken the lead 7-6. A nice drive there, Alan Penn. They were aided though some penalties there against Arcola. A couple occasions there, and they took advantage of those opportunities, and some good outside running, and
they marched 72 yards in 7 plays. The big play, besides the 2 penalties, which were really damaging to Arcola, the 32-yard run by Preston Skinner that got the ball into Arcola territory. Then there was a late hit after that at the end of that play, and then the celebration penalty against Arcola after the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That put the ball inside the 10 and gave Tri-County the opportunity to score with 38.1 seconds to go, and Luke Clapp will be kicking off for the Tri-County Titans.
Zach Mutrier, number 22, is back deep to receive for Arcola, along with Nick Hudson, number 43, but Barrero Rojas, who got the opening kickoff for a touchdown, he's in front of that pair at about his 20 2-yard line as we speak.
I'm sure Adam Clapp told his little brother to kick that ball far away from Rojas.
And he's going on the far side.
Well, it's going to go out of bounds. So at least he didn't run it back for a touchdown, but they're going to get the ball in pretty good field position after the kickoff.
Talk about respect there.
I think it's fear. As I said, Adam Clapp is the older brother of Luke, so I'm sure that Big Brother said, "Hey, you'd better not," and they're going to kick it again. So a 5-yard penalty against Tri-County. I'm going to have to admit that I'm old school, Jerry. I remember, well, it hadn't been too long ago that since they went to the Tri-County Co-op with Oakland and Kansas, and up until then, the last 10 years or so, they were called Oakland, Kansas. And then before that, before the Co-op, it was just Oakland. So if I say Oakland, I know some people will understand, but I guess I'm just old and set in my ways. I remember the days of the Oakland Oaks.
We still love you, Alan Penn. Luke Clapp kicking away, and once again away from Rojas, and it's picked up there by Clayton Strader. Strader up the middle of the field, across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Oh, that's about a 10-yard return or so. And it's going to be Arcola football, 1st and 10 at their own 41 with 32.7 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Little Okaw Valley Conference confrontation of epic proportions. We mentioned last year in the regular season, Tri-County took that game, but in the playoffs, the first round, Arcola getting even with them 15-13 last year. So here's the 1st and 10 play, and play of time for Temez, going out over the middle, incomplete as he was looking there for Nick Hudson. And Drake Kirchner, Temez's counterpart, had a shot at a pick there, and that one through the fingertips. So we'll go 2nd down and 10 there, and that was a dangerous throw there. A couple of white and orange clad players in the area of where that ball was thrown.
Yeah, it was thrown a little high too, so that it was kind of hard for the intended receiver to pull that down, and just ideal position for Tri-County to try to pick it off.
Running play up the middle across the 45-yard line. Rojas at the bottom of the pile there. Takes it about the 47-yard line, a 6-yard pickup. Be 3rd down, about 4 yards to go there. Tell you, Rojas is grinding up those yards very nicely. As we mentioned, a good line in front of him, and that's the end of the first quarter here at Thomas Bradford Field. Our score, the Tri-County Titans 7 and the Arcola Purple Riders 6.